It might be on my end, to be honest.
If the reason it's a little bit grainy, I think is because I ate a ton of grains today. But yo, so I got to go back. I was sharing only part of the screen that I wanted to share before about where the potential is high that we were going.
Oh, that
It's
notion?
funny. Yeah, but so we got to actual recording is higher quality. Do you see? So can you see this picture now?
Yes.
Yeah, put me there. This is the square. This square right here.
Yeah, bro, you're just gonna
Do you
love
know
it.
how?
You're
Yeah,
just
do you
gonna
know how
love it.
far
It's
that
basically
is?
like it's like Miami Light, if that makes sense.
Old people plus old people, dude. Boomers.
Yeah.
I will terrorize them.
And then you like put in a little mix of a crackhead.
You saw some crackheads,
Oh yeah, bro. There's so many of them
bro.
in Jersey.
What,
It's pretty common, bro.
dude?
It's a pretty common sight.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was there. Like I've driven through there, like going to New York City, but I haven't been on the beach there.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yo,
some beach. Yeah, keep going.
speaking of, I went down to Long Island today, bro. Long Island is
Today,
nice. Yeah,
what part of Long Island?
literally like the end of Long Island,
You went
like
all the way
Jones.
to that, dude. That's a long drive.
Yeah, bro, like Jones
I've never
Beach.
done that.
Yeah, it was really
I,
nice. I liked it.
huh? Yeah, no, dude. My feet have never blessed in Long Island.
Dude, I got my feet wet today.
I might. That's the first time. That was the first time you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
One of my coworkers revisited there. He was from there, like for the first time in a while, and he said there's house music there.
I bet you there is. Yeah, it seems like the kind of place where there is.
Cause going back to dude, Ocean Grove, I scoured, bro. I want to emphasize how hard I scoured to find. Oh, dude, when I saw that in the listing, because I've been following this dude for a while, I was like, yo, no way is he gonna be. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm simultaneously concerned
Me,
but thrilled that the tickets are $10. You know?
dude, you gotta listen to some of his music. There's no way that they should be $10.
Yeah.
There's how many followers this lad has on the Instagrams.
Bro, you're gone again, but we're just gonna keep going.
Yo, that's interesting. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still here. I didn't abandon
Maybe our listeners
you
can still
guys
see you though, you know?
like my original parents did. Abandoned me, put me up for adoption.
Yo, that was dark.
Dude, I would give it at least what's the unit of light? That would be at least 52,000 photons. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try something to bring the picture back. Actually,
Just give
you
us
had me
money.
thinking.
We need viewers. We don't have any electricity because we have no
Or
money.
brain cells. We don't have any brain cells either, and don't understand how to operate basic computer instruments.
That is true. It's another possibility.
Ocean Grove share. We're on it. Oh, what's up now?
Oh, nice, nice. There you go. Wikipedia.
So you can see that.
Yeah.
Yo, so
So you know when you came to visit me,
yeah, what's
um,
up?
here in Norwalk, and you saw how it was like small town vibes, but it was still
Yeah, I
nice
like
because it
that,
had a
bro.
little
I like
city.
that.
It had like a little city component.
Yeah,
That's
I like the
basically what it's
Norwalk
like.
vibe a lot, bro.
Yeah, that's basically what it's like down there.
What's different?
Um, there's a lot more beach, and it's
Could
also a
we
lot
catch
more
some
busy.
more beach? That's a plus. Um, Dude,
we
do you
catch
think we
fish?
could do some?
Definitely.
That's a huge draw. That's a huge draw. So we got
Yeah.
house music, the
Yeah, we
potential
should
for
do it.
fishing. Do you think the homie would pull up Luke?
I gotta text him. Yeah, let's see what he says.
Yeah, dude. That
Let me
would
text
be...
him live on pod right now.
Text him live on pod right now, dude.
Dude, you know, we could honestly also dial him in on pod live.
Text him, see if he's up. Yo, you were in Long Island though for business reasons, making millions.
For business, yeah. Making millions.
Positive or negative?
Always positive.
Pretty positive, you'd say.
Yeah, I'm a neutron.
Did you just say you're a new Trump or neutral?
I said I'm a neutron.
Yo, you're talking about one up quark and two down quarks, right?
What?
Nah, bro, you would be...
Wait, hold on. Let me send this
'cause-
text because my brain cannot comprehend that.
Dude, Oscar's autism's getting hit with the fucking... What is it called? Oh, we got demonetized. Great, twice.
Bro,
Oscar's
you
brain
just
is getting
it caused
hit
my
with
brain to lag.
the over... Dude, how many of those? Yo,
My parents are
I
not
was-
going to be happy when they see this.
I got sick, bro. I got sick partying with McGilladick.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It was... I went out to Rochester, bro. His friends are pretty cool.
Yeah. Gillicuddy is a cool guy. Who'd you hang out with?
We'll have to talk about it off podcast.
Okay. Understood.
I should send it to Nick, though. I don't want certain people in the medical field to be associated with this podcast just in case it comes back to them. Until we will choose select guests from the medical field to have on the podcast.
Yeah.
I have a few doctors that I would like to bring on the podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Dude, the possibilities. I was thinking about a bunch of topics for this today, and dude, the possibilities are literally endless. Dude, Andrew Huberman just made a podcast on ketamine. Jared sent it to me. Dude, he made a podcast on ketamine, bro.
I have to check that out. I did
We
not know that.
are going to have to do our own ketamine pharmacology, pharmacodynamics, metabolism breakdown, dude.
Bro, I'm so down for that. I really enjoy that.
To
be honest, I just did not enjoy organic chemistry.
Or you didn't? I didn't really either in the context that I had it in. Who did you have?
I don't even know his name. Doesn't matter.
Bro, dude was too focused on the Latinas. Dude, that one hit so hard that you went off screen for 2 seconds. Bro, that was like when you went to off mode that one morning, bro, when I was hungover, walked out with the blanket, I was making crazy noises. You were trying to drink your coffee, bro. And then you know what I'm talking about?
Bro, yeah, bro. I was down bad, bro. I had a broken leg.
Bro, that was during that time when you were fucked up.
Yeah.
That was a crazy story, dude. That was a crazy
story. That's crazy,
story.
bro. In that time frame, so many bad things happened to me, man.
Boom, boom, boom. What? Oscar's on the ropes. The autism getting worse.
And that's why I'm here, podcasting.
I got hit. The middle to end of the first semester started going downhill, and then the middle to end of the second semester started going downhill, and then as soon as summer hit, it just exploded.
Yeah, summer is always a good time. But notice only when we're in school.
Downhill.
You notice summers post school are different.
Summers post school are definitely different, dude, and that's partially what's motivating me to want to go back to school.
Yeah. Wait, tell me more about that. I know we've talked about it off pod, but just so the listeners know.
If I'm gonna go back to school, I'm gonna go for either PhD and masters, in like biochem, pharmacy, neurochem, neuroscience, neurobio, what else? Like maybe not, probably not neuropsych, like neuroscience, endocrinology already said. Analytical chemistry, maybe. Quantum chemistry would be sick. Um, Physics would be pretty cool. Yeah, physics would be pretty nice. But something like one of those. There's a lot of things I'd be really interested in going back for.
Yeah, all that sounds awesome, dude. And guess what? Now you said it live on pod, so now you're gonna be held accountable.
It could be if I am held accountable, but that's why I would go back if I'm going to go back to school for it. It'd be something along those lines. I was talking to this dude today who's in SU, is a PhD student in physics. I was training with him in jiu-jitsu. I just learned this about him today, but he's a PhD student at SU physics, right? And he's like in neurobio, and he's like in his focus in research is on decision making. It's like, yo, that's sick.
Did he tell you anything about that? Like any details?
Yeah, a little bit. He has to do like a little bit with. I asked him about if he had to do anything with like entanglement and the collapsing of wave functions. It says like one of the things they had to do is like set up a bunch of mirrors to like take a photograph of a neuron.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And dude, he said that this professor, this is one of the craziest things that he told me. I gotta look into this, bro. Is that he told me that there's a professor, as a research professor at SU, that was involved in this research that just actually, I'm gonna pull it up right now because he told me what the magazine was. The name of the magazine is Quantum Magazine, and this just recently released this pretty big study that one of the professors at SU is apparently involved in, according to this guy, that found a fifth fundamental force of physics.
Wow.
Do you know the other? Do you know the four?
No.
So here we go. Brief, dude. Interjecting with a physics lesson today on the pod. So there's the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, electromagnetism, and gravity.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about the weak and strong force.
So the strongest one is the strong force, hence the name. The weak force, the weak force, I'll give like a few word summary. So the strong force basically holds, so things that are composed of quarks, it holds those quarks together, and then the weak force dictates mass losses, like in radioactive decay. Electromagnetism is the movement of electrons in a charged field. And then gravity, current models of gravity say that attraction is a function of masses of two objects and the radius, and dictated by the radius distance between those two objects. So those are the four ones. He said this professor at SU found a fifth one that has to do with quarks. So I was like, I asked him, he's like, I would have to ask him, but I was like, yo, it doesn't sound like it's nested within the strong nuclear force. But that's a table flipper. That's kind of a table flipper. That's like adding. That would be like adding another law of thermodynamics almost.
Yeah. I can't even
honestly,
like.
It would be like saying we need to change one of the laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like that has a lot of implications.
It's like, do you remember? Oh, I can't remember. So, do you know what the Dirac equation is? Have we talked about it on this podcast? Remember. I think I briefly mentioned it somewhere recently. The Dirac equation, long story short, oversimplification, is it predicts antimatter. Paul Dirac, credit to him for coming up with it, predicts antimatter. So the way that I was taught how antimatter does energy conversion is you have a particle and an antiparticle, equal mass, opposite charge, and they hit each other. This annihilates. They annihilate each other, and then it gives off a high frequency gamma radiation. So simultaneously, this is both a violation of this is a simultaneous violation twice of the first law of thermodynamics, because mass is destroyed and simultaneously energy is created.
Yeah, you just raised so many questions in my brain. We got to do an episode on dark matter.
Oh, dark matter, completely different concept. That's antimatter is like.
Oh yeah, my bad. That's what I meant.
Opposite charge?
Antimatter.
I will.
Well,
I
dark
will.
matter as well.
I will hella do a podcast on dark matter and dark energy, dude.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
You can
Just to
bet
be
your
honest,
next
I don't
paycheck on that,
comprehend.
bro.
I don't comprehend what you just said, but I'm more than willing to research it and talk about it.
The basic concept of antimatter that you have to so you know how electron is negatively charged. Yo, you know how electron is negative charge,
Yeah,
and you know how it is like very small mass. Like it has a very small mass, much less than protons and neutrons.
yes.
So the opposite of an electron is a positron. Positrons are actually given off by in beta decay, radioactive, giving like radioisotopes. So beta decay is the emission of a positron, and it basically brings the nucleus down one proton, so it brings it to the element before it on the periodic table. But anyways, so positron is the antimatter version of an electron because it has the equal mass of an electron, but it is negatively charged. So all you have to know about antimatter for like right now would be that it is the same mass as some other fundamental particle, just the opposite charge.
Okay. Yeah, so they're equal and opposite.
Yeah, equal mass opposite. But yo, I'll also, bro. Now that you got the dark matter conversation, What do you think dark matter is?
I don't know. That's why I want to do a podcast.
I definitely gotta rip this short summary one, bro.
I mean, I remember going to a planetarium and like watching a short film, and basically the sum of the film was like, we don't know, but it's cool.
It's like an explanation. It's like a a post hoc explanation. That's how it was like taught to me. But yeah, we definitely got to do a podcast on both of those. But anyways,
yeah,
make it a shorter story. You have like a certain amount of stars, cosmic or like galaxies, nebulae, planets in the galaxy, and all going around each other, and you can predict by the movement of the galaxies around each other and their interactions with nearby ones that have gravitational attractions, that the movement of galaxies would follow a certain pattern and for a certain speed given masses and how the gravitational relationship. So there's a way to guess based on the masses of the galaxies how they will interact, like I'm saying, in predictable ways. If you are able to get a description of that and then compare it to the actual observed movement of the galaxies, it moves. I think it is a lot slower. No, I can't remember if it's slower or faster than it should with the observable mass. So there's hypothesized mass that we cannot see in certain areas. That's why they call it dark, because the working hypothesis / theory would be that the reason we cannot observe is because it does not interact with light, but our mathematical guess at how fast these galaxies should be moving would infer that there could be corrected if we account for some masses in certain parts of galaxies. So this mass is called dark matter. It's supposed to be made up of dark matter.
Yeah, no, I 100% I understand what you're saying, and that's extremely fascinating. That's why we should run a pod on it.
Yeah, dude, and it's like you said, it's like no, I think I'm seriously out of the loop compared to like 3 years ago, but the last I heard was along the lines of what you said, which was like it's not really known what it. It's not really known.
This would be good because like on my part, I just being kind of lazy because last time I heard about this was in college, and then I was like, I'll look into that.
Dude, I'm like, it's crazy how quickly some discoveries are being made. Because I think in college I was kept more up to date because like I had to be, you know.
Yeah, well, like, and this also plays into like just the progression of science, because I feel like post 2 years college, there's been so much scientific advancement.
There's been a lot like this potential coming out that there's a fifth particle in this fundamental force in the standard model. That's crazy.
Wait, what? Say that. Talk about that.
So there's like I just said, there's this fifth fundamental force.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, but other than the strong, weak electromagnetism and gravity. This SU professor, I just said the guy told me he was just something in a quantum magazine, just made a post, but there's some researcher at SU who was involved with it. It was like a big group study to find this. I'm gonna Google it actually. Fifth, yeah, no, it's. This was pretty. Holy, wow. This was August 11th.
Yeah.
I'm going to share the screen. Yo, do you think we're ever going to get to the bottom of reality?
No, because I think it's analogous to computer. How a computer doesn't understand itself. It doesn't know what it is. You know,
I get a sense of you can just keep going on and on forever.
Yeah. Like, and also to riff on that a little more, I heard a really interesting theistic theory that was like, basically, if there's a God, they don't follow the same rules of space, time, and matter that we do. They're not affected by it.
Yeah.
This person or whatever it is just set it in motion. And again, that just makes me think of computers, because like we created computers, they do all these crazy things, they have their limits and boundaries, and now we're kind of getting to a point like, when will a computer understand itself? How do we know it understands itself?
Do you think it's something like what is it? Have you seen Rick and Morty?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think it's like that one episode where the old geezer alcoholic guy, the smart dude, Rick, has this like car powered by like a mini civilization, and then they
dude.
Do you think it's something like that? I was like, yo,
dude. Firstly, that's a hilarious way to talk about Rick. I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I feel like we've all thought about that, like kind of like Truman Show, like who's observing us.
Like that, yeah, dude. I want them to know, whoever's observing us, that the house music will never stop, dude. Even if you annihilate this planet.
Yeah, for real. We'll find the way.
Did I talk about that on the pod? Dude, basically, that's facts. I thought I died in club space, bro. And did I tell you about that?
I remember, yeah.
No, I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast, though. But it was like, I thought I died, and there was like, you're stuck here forever in club space. All I could hear was Matechame, and I could see all the Latinas, and Liam was there. I was like, yo, we are good. And some of the homies were there. That was, if that could go on repeat, I'd be like, I don't know if I'd ever get tired of this. I probably would, but I think off the top of my head, no. Also, if you repeat the night that we had in the space, I could live that life basically forever and over and over. That's an issue. That's a serious issue, because Friedrich Nietzsche be like, ask yourself, would you, if you could live like this day over and over and over again, would you? I would totally live that day over and over again on repeat, bro.
You know, it's crazy, because I was just going to bring that up, that philosophical concept that you and I have talked about repeatedly pressing the dopamine button.
And smash that thing to pieces, bro. Smash the dopamine to pieces. That's what we're going to do this weekend, bro. Headliner.
We got to clip that. But yeah, it's an interesting question. And I have to give you props, because you made me reconsider my position. Because maybe it's because this model has worked for me of, if you put an effort to attain something, it feels better. But then you proposed the idea to me if you have unlimited everything, then would you enjoy it?
Everything what? Everything in what sense?
Like just to take a Maslow's hierarchy approach, like you got money, food, clothes, etc., etc.
Money. So like basically resources. If you had infinite resources,
Infinite, yeah, that's a better way to put it.
I
Infinite
would be like,
resources.
dude, you know where I'd be if I had
The
infinite
Latinas?
resources. Somewhat, they would be nearby. They'd be nearby. Then house music, but not, bro. It's like I could 100% live out that life for an extremely, extremely long time. The same way that I can play GTA 5 with all the cheats installed on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I just have to give you props to that because you made me reconsider my position.
What did it change from and then to?
I was of the belief that I would not play with the hacks, but now I'm of the belief that I would play with the hacks.
I would, yeah. You gotta. Do you have like a handful of those, or one or two of those nights in your life?
Oh yeah, a lot of times
like,
we're talking about.
Dude, but like, yeah, right. They're all hedonistic. They're all Epicurean.
Mm-hmm.
More Epicurean than hedonistic, but like a lot of them are hedonistic.
Yeah,
And it's crazy though because obviously they're like to get things you can't live that way unless you're a girl. That which I would, dude. You know what I'm gonna bring up, bro? So, literally, my friend, $0, and she can rip that hedonism so far that it might get you institutionalized.
that's a very loaded statement, but I
Might
get
get
your
you
point.
institutionalized. $0 all the way. Rip the hedonism all the way. Off $0 to institutionalization. Could you pull off enough hedonism? How long would it take you to pull off enough hedonism with unlimited resources to become institutionalized? I think it would take me like 3.5 weeks. If I really tried, tried.
The question for me is not when. The question for me is more how, like, if I could remove my morals completely, then I'm pretty sure
You gotta take the rice purity test.
It'll be fast.
You got the way that we will determine this is if you take the rice purity test.
I'm gonna get a bad score.
Have you taken it?
Yeah, in college.
What did you get when you were in college?
It was already kind of bad.
Dude, tell the audience a specific number, and then I'll say mine.
I don't remember the number, but it was like borderline like. But then like things have changed.
Yeah, dude, your rice purity score can only go down.
Yeah, so it's gone down.
Yeah, bro. After college, mine plummeted.
Oh yeah, bro. You had like on grabs when they go like straight up. What is that called?
Asymptotic behavior.
Sure, let's go with that. But yours like went the opposite, like straight down.
Yeah, for the rice purity. Yeah, dude. Now I have to. Yeah.
Wait. Before you end the pod, I have a question for you. Actually,
we can keep going.
Okay. My question to you is UFC 292, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus whoever. Is that coming? It looks like an interesting fight. Who do you think is going to win?
Between Sugar Sean and Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah,
so we should figure out a way to watch that if possible.
I was gonna say that,
but we'll probably be in the maybe the headline will have it up on the screen, bro.
No. Hold on. So when I was there this weekend, I was trying to watch one of my soccer games, and I made friends with the bartender, and he put on the game for me.
Nice, dude.
So we could definitely get some of that going on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how, dude. My foot is like. Right now, 8.5 out of 10. To be honest,
it's not good, bro. Are you like me? Are you like me when I was like coughing into the cup, laughing?
No, I was that version of Oscar, bro. Yo, it's not. This is always, whenever I get stuff like this happening, it always hurts the most. Like between 10 and 1 a.m. Like it's pulled me out of sleep, like in crazy amounts of pain. I have
There's
elevated
definitely
to
an
elbow
explanation
button
for
flow.
that.
Yeah, there definitely is. Unfortunately, I'm too stupid to know what it is. But nah, for Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean, um, that's tough because I could totally see Sean O'Malley making a skill increase between now and his last fight that um could cover their distance because he's been making it extremely. It seems like he's making an extremely large amount of progress really quick. I want to see him fight. I want him to become champion and see him fight Umar Nurmagomedov. If he becomes champion, that should be his first test. But Aljamain, dude, his jiu-jitsu has been shown to be the best. He has probably the best back control throughout all weight divisions in the UFC. Um, can't really think of anyone better. He's a Renzo Gracie black belt, which is a gym in New York City, which is like has had some of the best MMA and just like strict BJJ competitors come out of. So there's that, and Aljamain's striking is really weird, but dude, Sean O'Malley's a genius when it comes to feints, traps, setting things up, disguising, timing, distance, movement. Great at cutting off the cage. He's very cerebral and knows why he does the things that he does. And the octagon, when it comes to striking, his IQ on striking is like one of the highest across all weight divisions, in my opinion. And honestly, so the improvements you could see would be a lot in his striking, or no, not a lot in his striking, but like a medium low amount compared to like a higher amount in his grappling. But he's looked really good recently in his grappling. He was able to take down Peter Yan, who Uriah Faber couldn't do, and he is like one of the best wrestlers to ever go into the UFC. His folk style pedigree is impressive, uh, but yeah, Uriah Faber couldn't take down Petr Yan. Sean O'Malley was able to, and I was very surprised. It's actually interesting that that fight happened when we were in New York City. I was with the same person. Um, but I was pulled that we just got a piece. I pulled that Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. And Sean was like putting the heat on him, and he made a lot of improvements for that fight. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if he won, but I'm gonna pick if I pick. That's a long-winded explanation. Sean O'Malley, or sorry, Aljamain Sterling. I would say by a light decision.
That's your final pick.
That would be who I'd pick, but I'm not confident in it.
Okay.
Just because, like I was saying, like Sean O'Malley on the feet is a lot. It's a lot. I want to see him fight Umar because Umar was doing like sensory overload on Merab Dvalishvili. Nah, dude, I would say Aljamain, unless though, but like I said, Sean could pull out a lot of improvement that would be unexpected.
Yeah. I mean, you know a lot more about this than me because I'm casual, if that. But based off the highlights I saw of O'Malley and seeing him on Flagrant, that's my guy. So that's what I'm going with.
He's like a pretty cool dude. What I've seen.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, dude. You know that guy though knows a lot about striking setups and stuff.
Mhm.
It's very impressive. And dude, watching that guy sparring in the pit is pretty sick. But no, dude, Aljamain is just a freak on the ground. That guy's a spider. That
Yeah,
dude's a spider.
I was seeing some clips of him as well. I don't know why, but I guess just in my brain, I'm more convinced by striking than jujitsu. You know, but that just may be on me. Like I probably have
The
just never been strangled hard enough.
the big question is, so that's a huge question in MMA, is what's will be the bigger variable, the striking or the grappling to submission or grappling to control. And you know what is, so it's standing versus on the ground essentially. And what is interesting that dictates that is the wrestling is the intermediate between those. Um, so Aljamain Sterling is a D3 wrestler. I think he actually wrestled. You know, have you ever heard of Sunni Cortland?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, he wrestled there, and he trained out. He was like from Ithaca area, I think, but now he trains in Long Island. Aljamain does.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd actually, if I go to Connecticut, I'd have the chance to train with that team, the team that I trained with on that Saturday I was last there. Go down with them. That would be sick. To Matt Serra's gym. That guy's hilarious. He was just on the Joe Rogan podcast. Actually, if you want to laugh, listen to that one. I mean, that one's pretty. That guy is so funny. But it's his gym, him and Ray Longo, and But nah, it's like so the wrestling is like if a guy can bring you to the ground and keep you there, he can inflict his grappling on you, or he can inflict his ground and pound on you.
Right.
But if you're a guy who is very good at striking, you and you want to play to that great striking, you got to have good wrestling defense. So if I'm trying to bring you to the ground, you gotta have the defense for that. Or you can not worry about being taken by the ground to the ground if you're very good at jujitsu or you have like good control. Uh, and then work on your striking from there. Like, not have you heard of? There's this fighter Ryan Hall.
Passing by. Not
So
much.
he's like a 145-pound dude. He just got knocked out by this Georgian Spanish fighter. He's sick. He's like my dude. He's like the future of skill level for MMA. To be honest, because he's been training since he was 8. But yeah, he's Georgian Spanish. He knocked this dude. So this dude Ryan Hall, he throw like these crazy Taekwondo traditional like kicks at guys, hoping they would grab his leg and try to take him down because he has a very sophisticated leg lock game and where he'll just tear people's knees apart. So he's like hoping they grab their legs and then he'll go underneath them and start attacking their legs. So like
Yeah.
he'll just throw crazy kicks at him, hoping that they catch him and try to bring him to the ground. So like there's the play between all three of those, between the wrestling, offensive, defense, and then striking and grappling, there's becomes a whole game itself, and that's like what.
Yeah,
Like
and that's like where the game as a whole is, like the sport.
I think so if Strong can keep it striking, I think he would win on the feet. But it'd be competitive for sure. But on the ground, I think that Aljamain will have a higher advantage than between the striking, and I think he would be able to get Sean on the ground and keep him there.
Yeah,
I think that would be a very high possibility, to be honest, based on Aljamain's like thinking actually about the school that he comes out of. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to do that. So like a little more confident.
I think this is a fair assessment. We got to come back to these predictions next week.
Yeah, for sure. Or do like a live reaction. Are you good with calling it here?
Yeah, let's call the pod here.
All right, word. All right, this is episode, I don't know, 704. Peace out.